What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another, here we go, man, coffee break. I am your host, Sam Esquivel. These segments are brought to you by TheFailed podcast. Thank y'all so much for joining us once again, watching us and supporting us along our journey. During this coffee break is very simple. It takes a few minutes for us to have a cup of coffee at work or in between jobs. And so during that time, we have about 10 to 15 minutes or so. And that's the purpose of this. It's a quick intake of some positive stuff, man. There's some stuff in the right direction. I'm learning along with you. And hopefully this will be helpful to you. It's very helpful to me. I just like sharing it with others. When I grow, I like to share it so that other people can grow. And so here we go. Today we're going to be reading from on Instagram to the Brain Coach. She be posting a lot of stuff, man, that's just really insightful. It's really good. And that's what we're going to use today. We're going to be talking about anxiety. And I know that that's a very deep subject. It has many angles, and it behaves in many ways depending on who and what someone's going through. I by no means am saying I am the expert, but I am shining light on something that I feel is valuable. And so here we go. Here's the first one. What I'm going to do is offer the anxiety perspective and then the self-belief perspective, how you not like kind of balance it out, how to like face on so it doesn't defeat us. So here we go. Here's the first one. It says this: I must get everything done on my list to feel accomplished. Yeah, that sounds good. When you're reading that, it makes sense. Why would you not, right? It's a list. It's what you're trying to, but that's the anxiety part. And so sometimes we hear something and we don't think it's anxiety. We think it's, oh, I'm a go-getter. I'm going to get things done. But we don't see the internal results of that can be very harmful. And so we don't want to do that. So what's the self-belief part of that say? If we are saying that first part first, the self-belief is this: I did the best I could today. It's okay to leave some task for tomorrow. I know that's difficult for some of you, especially you who are overachievers, and it's all about getting everything done. And if you don't get it done, you get disappointed in yourself and you're not happy. You're like, and I get it, but you're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself. And so if you're that person, if I'm talking to you, if I'm talking to me in certain instances, here's my list. I got to get it done. At the end of the day, I don't know. So now I'm a failure. Now I didn't get it done. Now I haven't lived up to what I say I am. But there's a truth about each and every one of us that speaks closer to who we're supposed to be. We're not supposed to be perfect and always going and always accomplishing and all that stuff. And I get it. It feels good. But when you don't reach it, what happens, right? What happens internally? We don't want that. Here's the next one. I fear others won't like me if I set boundaries. Boy, that's a tough one. Do you have boundaries? Do you think that you have people who kind of expect a lot from you? If I ask you, it's a yes. If I tell you to come, you're on your way. Boundaries are very important. Like maybe you're so negative. My boundary is don't bring negativity. I don't know. A lot of us struggle with boundaries, especially if we're in a group, a community, and we want to be a part of it. We don't want to be ostracized. We got to play by the rules. But it's okay to have some boundaries. And I know it's hard to set them. It's like, I want to have dinner with adults, no kids. That's a boundary. But you know what I mean. And so it's important for us to set boundaries. And that's the anxiety, right? That's what anxiety says to us. But here's the self-belief part of that. People have many reasons to dislike. I cannot control that. I must protect my peace. When we set boundaries, we're not put into a situation where we don't want to be, and it doesn't always work out. Don't get it twisted. That's not the point of that either. But one is, I fear that others won't like me if I have boundaries. So you don't set boundaries. And you just live and you go with the flow, and I get that. It's okay to want and desire things a certain way. It won't always happen, But there's nothing wrong with that. That if you say, I don't like this, I don't like that, I prefer this over that, I'm against that, don't do that around me, whatever. And it's up to them to say, well, you know what, that's too hard to adjust with, so we're just going to have to find other ways to hang out or be with Sam or whoever that may be, or do life with the individual. It's okay. People will make adjustments, but they can't if you don't set boundaries. But it's a lot of stress. It's a lot of anxiety, feeling like that. Here's the next one. I'm going to mess this up. Man, imagine trying to predict what's going to happen, not believing in your own ability and telling yourself that. Imagine the anxiety that brings. It might even stunt your motion forward if you are believing that, if you're telling that to yourself, if you're seeing situations like that. Say, oh, man, I might mess this up, so I won't do it. I might mess this up, so you're picking the wrong person. I might mess this up, so give this leadership position or this project to someone else because I might mess it up. And you can already see just with that, with me saying those few things, you already see how it can kind of interfere with you doing good and growing and continuing forward. But the self-belief is this: I'm assuming the worst before even trying. What if I succeed? It's the second part of that's very key. Yeah, it's okay to plan. It's okay to see what could go wrong. But what if you don't fail? How many times have you not failed? Like everything worth having, doing, being recognized for, it's worth taking the risk of things not going right. But that is part of life. That is how things get done. But you have to own up to it and say, yeah, I'm willing to take the good, but along the way, there's some speed bumps. I will manage. Because the question is this: the thing you should be saying to yourself is, what if I succeed? Man, I'm going to be good. I'm going to create a great team. I'm going to raise this money for this organization. I'm going to do, my marriage is going to be better. My friendship is going to have more substance. This business is going to be launched. This new product is going to be successful. If you succeed, just answer that question and allow those things to silence, right? To silence. I'm going to mess things up. Have you said that you are going to mess things up and that keeps you from doing? Just let that sink in for a minute. So what if you mess up? That's what I got. So what if you mess up? But what if I succeed? I mean, that's pretty good if you ask me. Right? So anxiety be messing us up, man, because it says something that makes us react and act in a certain way. Trying to silence that. Trying to replace those thoughts, those ideas, those outlooks with something better. With a belief system in ourselves that gets us to the next step. It doesn't make us fall backwards. Here's the next one. If I make a mistake, I will never get promoted. It's how you handle the mistakes not only will give you your promotion, but it will make you more resilient. It will help you understand so many other things. And so the self-belief that you want to counter, what if I make a mistake and I never get promoted? Making a mistake is normal and human. Are you normal and human? Huh? Am I normal and human? Yes, yes, yes. It is how I learn and move forward that matters, my people. It's time to learn and respect that in learning we move forward. That's what it is, man. You're tired of anxiety, feeling stressed and not being able to move forward, make things happen? Are you tired of that? So am I. So just when anxiety tries to, you're speaking to yourself and you're saying, no, because of this, no, because of that, I can't, I won't, silence it. Right? Here's the next one. I'd rather not share my opinion. It's not important anyways. This one's tough. Okay, here's the self-belief part that you should have. It says, I'm jumping to conclusions. My opinion is just as important as anyone else in the room. Okay, let me try to help you. Opinion in the right atmosphere where people want to grow, communicate, help each other out. I need to know what you're thinking and how you're thinking to help as a group or as a one-on-one conversation. Is that an opinion valid? It might not be absolutely correct. I give opinions that aren't correct, but then they reshift the thinking and then they lead us in the right direction. Your opinion matters. You as a person matters in the room that you're at, in the relationships that you're at, in the things that you are trying to accomplish. You matter. Your voice matters. What you have gone through matters, but you need to speak it. Speak and use your voice. Those that are silent are telling themselves, no, my opinion doesn't matter. That's anxiety, my friend. That's keeping you from speaking, and it might be your voice that triggers the next big idea, the next big direction, solves the next big problem. Your opinion matters now. Now. Don't be mean. Don't just say things to say things and be like, oh, I don't mean to be rude. None of that. That's not what I'm saying. Be thoughtful. Be mindful. Be part of the conversation and team and moving the thing forward. Your opinion matters. Your voice matters. And so anxiety is trying to shut us down. Has it shut you down? It has shut me down, and I am done with it. But I have to have a self-belief that's above the things that anxiety tries to bring. It's time to make that change. And so I hope that today's coffee break has helped. I hope it's made you think, a little more positivity. Enjoy your cup of coffee. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you to the Brain Coach. You can follow her on Instagram. Thank you for tuning in, supporting what we're doing here at the Failed Podcast. Please share this with your friends. Comment below. Help us continue this. If you don't subscribe, my self-belief is that I will keep going. My anxiety says, man, if no one's watching, if no one's subscribing, Sam, you need to stop. Yeah. But my self-belief is bigger than that, and I will keep going. Keep tuning in. I'm going to keep bringing these coffee breaks for you to try to lighten your day a little bit more and send you in the right direction together, obviously. It's not just for you, it's for us. But thank you again for tuning in to this coffee break. Y'all have a good one, and so we'll see y'all on the next one.